I must not be the only one who's been feeling like my title and thumbnail recently, honestly. I feel like video games are just not worth my time and effort any longer to play, to buy, to sink my time into making videos and shorts and TikToks and live streams and everything in between. I honestly, I just don't enjoy video games anymore. And I hope I'm not the only person that feels like this. I genuinely do. I mean, from my understanding of video games, it's meant to be you hop on, you enjoy it, you escape from reality, you play in your virtual world, and it's a little break from the bullshit of life. But it's not became that any longer. Actually, for me, it's the roles have been reversed, where I get a nice break and some relaxation periods when I'm not playing video games, and when I'm the most stressed out actually is when I'm playing video games. There's a few reasons for this which I'll go over throughout this video, but in my all honesty, I think video games are coming to an end. Not anytime soon, but I think we're seeing it, as you might say, the writing on the wall. So let's get into this. So the first, I'm going to just go over game by game, like the two most popular games plus a couple of other ones like Rainbow Six Siege, so Call of Duty and Battlefield. Been playing Warzone since it practically came out. I mean, I remember when there wasn't really a meta on Warzone. Sure, there might be a one or two guns that might be a bit too slappy for its own good, but that was about as far as it went. But and of course, we had the hacker wave that came after. Plus, there was metas that came. Plus, there was changes, and this wasn't working. Yada yada. And it was Warzone really wasn't the most fun experience to be on. Don't get me wrong. When a game was great, it was good. I mean, it was really great. It was a lot of fun playing on Warzone, but you really had to hunt or just be very lucky to get those types of games. I will say that Caldera is a lot more fun now. Sorry, I just noticed my webcam shaking. It's on quite a loose desk right now. But yeah, don't get me wrong, Caldera's a lot of fun, but I feel like the game itself's gotten a lot better, but the player base has gotten a lot worse. Plus, hackers are definitely making a return. We got three hackers in one night, all completely separate and different people, all hacking with the brain, with the macros camo. I think you call it that moving kind of weird bluish purple kind of camo. Hacking, just I've got footage of it. I might put it on my TikTok at some point. But yeah, he was definitely hacking for sure. The other thing with Warzone as well that it just makes me want to give up on that game at least is just for the fact that I'm so sick to death of just dying to complete bullshit all the fucking time, and it's winding me up too much. The amount of times that someone wins just by crouch spamming or drop shotting or just because they're sitting there just sweating their fucking tits off because they're snorted a line of fucking gaming energy powder from their favourite content creator like EPD445, use Cupcake as 30% off at checkout. It's just I'm getting so sick to death of the ultra competitive side of it. No one jumps on these types of games anymore for a fun experience. It's got to be, I've got to win. If I don't win, my family hates me. I hate myself. It's just that it's that type of energy it gives off to me. Like the winning is so important to these people. I understand lockdown's been quite hard on people for the past 2 years, and we've been trapped in. We have been playing video games. Video games for a lot of people have become their entire life because they've had nothing else to do. But I'm honestly just getting sick to death of just going up against players that are fighting for their lives pretty much all the time. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a terrible player, but I'm not that great either. I just fit in that he's all right type of categories. Like he'll hold his own, but that's as far as my Warzone experience goes. Really, it's I'm not a great player of it. I don't really care for Call of Duty, especially with some of the allegations that I've came up with them recently. It really makes me feel kind of sketched out by them, but. Yeah, I've not always been the biggest fan of Warzone, but I will admit Caldera's been a lot better. But overall, the hackers are coming back. I'm just dying to complete bullshit or just people just using the cheapest way to wins, and I'm just sick of all of it. And I know there's going to be something else controversial that not a lot of people are going to agree with me on, but I really don't like the sliding mechanic in video games. I'm just, again, I don't know what it is with me, but when I'm shooting at someone, they just slide and they just go Mach 10 and go past me and just shoot me from behind. It's just something else I don't like. I know that's more of a me thing. I can't really blame Warzone or any video games that have got that, but yeah, I'm just something else that winds me up. But I would say the problems with Warzone that I'm having is just completely dying to absolute bullshit. The amount of times that I've tried to switch weapons or tried to cancel reloads or God forbid trying to cancel a plating up animation, it just doesn't allow it. The amount of times I've been trying to I've been plated up and putting the second plate in, and I can hear someone running. I'm trying to, switch weapon. I'm trying to fucking switch weapon because getting my gun out is more important than plating up, even though I'm at a disadvantage if I don't plate up. But I'm completely fucked if I keep on playing. And the game goes, nope, nope, you started it as well. And I know the next time I'm going to complain a bit, it's more kind of a me problem, but the other thing as well, see if you come near someone and you spam your melee button as well, every spam that you put in, it has to register. So it has to like pistol, it has to like butt stop whip, and hitting people with the butt of the gun, and I can't stop that until it's like, if I press that 10 times within the space of a second, because I'm actually quite good at blasting keyboard animations. Again, just shows you how much time I spend in video games. Maybe I need to get out more. But yeah, it won't let me cancel. I can't do it. So I'm just stuck there like some sort of AI, just kind of like some sort of 2042 AI. It's a lot of, I feel like Warzone's more of death by 1,000 cuts, and we're going to talk about Battlefield now, which is like death by 1,000 amputations pretty much. At this point, massive dashing wins. It's, oh god. Battlefield is what's honestly killed it for me. I know I've just been ranting about Warzone, but honestly, it has been Battlefield that's just killed the entire mood for me, really. Don't get me wrong, Warzone didn't help in other games as well that I was looking forward to, but, as you look at my YouTube channel, I've been making Battlefield content for the past 6 months. I know that's nothing compared to someone like Jack Fry's Level Cap and Westy and God knows who else has been a hardcore Battlefield fan and making content, and they'll end up in the same boat as me. It's not fair for anyone, but yeah, I've been making my content. I was so beyond hyped. We all knew it was going to be Battlefield 4, well, Battlefield 4 2.0. And, we practically got the absolute paper, stretched to paper thin truth of it, I would say, in general. And yeah, after 6 months of hype and looking forward to this and playing the open beta, I honestly thought the open beta was alright. I generally had a lot of fun on it, but yeah, after the game came out for the gold edition, or sorry, the gold and ultimate edition, I was a twat and I got the ultimate edition. But I'll have to take responsibility. I'm an absolute idiot for that. I can't just say, guys stamped me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still going to say that at some points, but because it's true. But yeah, after that and just seeing how bad the game was, and it was just so cartoonish, it was so broken, it just, not only did it just kill my love for Battlefield, it really put a massive dent in my love for gaming in general, because I just saw that this is the state of gaming that it's in. It's just, you would used to buy a video game, and let's use this as just like an analogy or a metaphor. I'm just trying to remember the definitions between them, but honestly, my brain had a fart there. So, so it used to be when you buy a video game, it was like buying a house. If you buy a house, you get a house. It's all done, it's all dusted, it's all the interiors are there, everything's working, yay. But it's especially with the pre-order kind of fever that's been going on for the past 10 years, and it's getting more and more aggressive as it's went on to this day. It's more of a case of you're buying the construction workers to build the game, and they'll finish it when they say it's ready. So you're still paying the same price as a house to get your game, so to speak. But rather than getting a game that's fully ready to go, showroom shiny ready, it's just an incomplete house with the scaffolding still up, where the construction workers are still working on it because it's not out of development yet. It's still under construction, and I'm just getting sick to death of forking the money out to these people and just not getting a product that I paid for, especially the fact that I paid £100. And also, EA refused a refund out of me. They just outright refused, and I did try to get a refund less than a week after the gold edition, the gold or the ultimate edition came out, my ultimate edition, and they basically just told me, "Nah, go fuck yourself," in typical EA fashion. That's something else as well that I've been ranting about for quite a while now, that I think the refund policies are just not long enough. You can't tell within, I know Steam's is like 2 hours, some's like a day, some's 3 days, and some's here, there, and everywhere, but I just think overall it's not enough time to figure out exactly how bad or good this game is. Giving someone literally potential in a couple of hours is just not justifiable in my opinion. I think 7 days should be more of a reasonable thing. Fine tweaking, maybe 5 days or something, but I think with the EA's return policy, it's just bullshit, and it doesn't work in favour of the customer in any way, shape or form. It's just to give, if you don't like the loading screen of your game that boots up, then you can get a refund, but anything after that, yeah, you're not getting a refund pretty much as well. The other thing as well, when we're talking about these big AAA titles as well, is the reason that they've become so lazy is because there's absolutely zero consequences of this. No matter how much we moan or how much we send death, well, I almost about to say how much we send death threats at the developers, I would just like to say very quickly that I have not done it, nor do I condone that, nor do I recommend it, nor do I encourage that, but nonetheless it's been happening. People have been sending some very hateful messages and comments and tagging them or just directly messaging developers and that, and I understand the anger, but there needs to be some willpower to some degree of, resisting. But yeah, oh God, I got myself distracted there. Yeah, there's no consequences for, releasing a game that is just so broken and just needed an extra year on development, if not longer. There's no consequences. It's so hard to quantify what is a broken product when we're talking about something that is software pretty much, or digital, such as a video game. If you can build up and play and shoot, it works. And if that's the case, then they've sold you the product and they have not misled you, under government's eyes, that is. Which is why I've also started a government petition to basically stop the pre-order sales of video games, at least here in the UK. I don't believe it for 1 second. I don't think it's completely right or saying that you should be able to sell a product that you can't give your customers instantly. Either instantly ship it out to them, instantly hand it over in shop or in store, or you can instantly download a digital copy of it. I find if you can't do any of that, then you shouldn't be allowed to purchase it. I don't think pre-orders are necessary. I understand some things for some people, maybe, but these things sell like graphics cards, for example, might be the greatest example of that, but I think just in the world of video games, you shouldn't be allowed to pre-order, and I think that should be completely banned as well. I'll leave a link to the petition. If it gets 3 more petitions, then it goes public worldwide. Well, anyone from around the world can view it and sign the petition at least as well. So if you'd like to sign that, it'd be greatly appreciated. But yeah, I think pre-orders are... I think because there's so many roads of avenues for all these big monster companies, they've just completely lost the plot, and they've just realised, how much can we make instantly, rather than, okay, how can we make small amount of money but continuously for a very long time? I prefer the long one. I really would. It seems to be a case of, they're treating games like burner phones. You use them once and we just throw them away because that's all they have to offer. They don't offer anything more than just a one-off fucking playing session, pretty much, because that's just how they feel right now. And yep, the developers and the publishers and the investors just treat these as just burner phones, pretty much, and it's just, again, something else I just don't support as well. So yeah, I've just completely lost my passion and motivation. Recently on my TikTok, sorry to mention my TikTok again, but I've been uploading my first ever content that I uploaded here, which was my arcade footage, which was my first ever video I ever uploaded over 11 years ago, is actually my most viral video of 380,000 views. Now, 380,000 views back then, that was a lot. That was like 300 million to these days. That was a stupid amount of views. So I got very, very lucky there, but I think my luck dried up on YouTube after that, really. But yeah, I loved making that type of content. It got me out of the house. It's so much more innocent. Sure, it costs money to play these claw machines or penny falls machines or stacker machines or any wacky arcades or, those ticket prize jackpot machines. They are expensive, but it's a lot more fun than playing video games and sitting in your house all day being miserable, playing these very evil games that are just made by absolute cancer companies, as I call them. It's I would rather spend a lot more money, have a lot more fun, than save my money. Well, to a certain extent, but to save my money and be miserable in terms of making content. So I'm thinking about going back to that, but I think ultimately my content from here on out going forward is going to be... I think I actually want to make daily videos like this, to be quite honest, because I've been watching some ordinary gamers in Wellesley Penguins and Sunny V2 as well. I kind of like their videos, like mine's here. There's no editing really, so it's a lot easier to, at least at face value, understand there's still a stupid amount of research they put into in the background, but which I'll have to get into now as well. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, it just seems a lot more fun to kind of vent a bit, not in a kind of angry, ranting, losing the plot type of Wings of Redemption type thing, but it's the content I'm wanting to make. Plus, I've always got great opinions on these things as well, and I think the first video that I'm wanting to talk about after this is the fact that Oh, I was going to say something there, but I'll withdraw myself from it. But I think I'm wanting to basically pull up in Ubisoft's bullshit, really. I think because of the bullshit with EA and Activision right now, I think recently as well that, I don't know, I hope my screen never went blank there, it did for me, but I think Ubisoft is going to be the first monster AAA title gaming studio to collapse, in my opinion, as well. And also, if any of you that don't know, Rainbow Six Siege was my first ever proper, content that I made on this channel that I actually went for and tried to upload daily schedules and everything and keep a routine up on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. for live streams. It was Rainbow Six Siege, Rainbow Six Siege, Rainbow Six Siege, but and I take pride in saying I was the first ever content creator to jump off a siege because I saw what was coming. I said to everyone, Siege is shit, it's absolute AIDS, I'm not playing this anymore, and everyone went, oh, it's still good, this, oh look, the buff this gun. I'm like, it's not enough. I want new maps, I want new weapons, I don't fucking care for operators. I don't care for some fucking operator who's got bionic fucking limbs with lasers coming out who can auto-detect you from 2 continents away and snipe your family. I don't care. I want new maps, and not reworked maps or remastered maps or anyway. I want fucking new maps. Ubisoft, Siege Team, I want fucking new maps. And yeah, it's just, I think that's going to be my next video as well. One thing I'm going to say also before, actually 2 things I'm going to say before wrapping this video up that I forgot to say as well, is that I feel like the communities for video games as well have just become absolute AIDS as well. There's still so many people defending Battlefield 2042, and I know some ordinary gamer said if you're defending Battlefield 2042, you're a cuck. Very polite of you, but I would describe these people as absolute fucking cunts because these people who defend Battlefield 2042 say, I actually have fun playing it, actually, I don't find any problems. These are the type of people that go, vanilla's such a wonderful variety, a plethora of flavours within vanilla ice cream. H2O, so moreish. Yeah, these are the type of people who'd be satisfied with 2 maracas and a fucking live grenade with a pin in it, really. So I don't really take these people seriously, but if you're defending 2042 and trying to say, and the biggest statement that I've fucking heard that has beyond pissed me off is, give the developers time, you're not being fair. I'm being fair, where's my fucking 100 quid's worth of game? Right, I'm going to say something else controversial. I'm fucking winding myself up now. Right, the normal multiplayer for 2042 is just shite, let's just be honest, it's fucking shit. However, this is the controversial part. I think Portal is just equally as fucking shit and bland and as dead on arrival as Hazard Zone. There, I said it, I think Portal's shite. It really is. It should have been great, they should have kept the XP in, they should have kept the literal Gmod vibe of it, we can create anything at your fingertips, but they went, nah, it's just nah, because, the new developers at DICE are fucking retarded, in my opinion. And just are not reading the room, they're not reading the reviews, the anger, nothing, they're just doing the old classes, they stick their fingers in there and go, there's no problem, and yeah, as I say, I'm fucking done with penny arseholes money, they don't fucking deserve it. And I know other people have been saying, well, just stop buying pre-orders and they'll get the message. No, they won't. Every year there's a new generation of kids getting introduced to this and they go, Daddy, Mummy, Daddy, I really want this pre-order of this video game, can I get it for Christmas? Okay, but this is going to be your main Christmas present. Okay. The parents don't have a clue how toxic and how much of a multi-billion scam this industry is. They don't have a clue. It's the same type of energy that you see and hear from parents that go, oh yeah, I just give my 4-year-old a tablet like an iPad and they shut up and they think that's good parenting. If fucking sure, if that's what you think good parenting is, don't moan when your kid comes home with someone twice their age at 15. Yep, it's just, I'm just saying. But the second thing I just want to say is sorry for the state in the background and that. Yeah, Christmas is a bit hectic. I've just been feeling a bit down and being a bit lazy. Now I do sound like wings now, but yeah, don't worry. This will all be gone. The Christmas tree will be taken down. Yes, there's a snake in my tree and also a llama as well. So, this webcam's about to die on me. There we go. So, yeah, I'm going to wrap the video up there for sure. Thank you very much. This is my first webcam video. I'm going to be uploading daily because I'm actually really hyped to make these types of videos. They might not be as long as whatever it says down here. I think it's going to be, it's in the 20-minute mark, but Yeah, I'll try and keep them to the 8 to 12 minute mark for sure. This was just a big vent on video games, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to return it anytime soon. I'm wanting to return when Stray comes out. If any of you haven't seen Stray, just type in Stray gameplay. You're playing as a cat that's in a puzzle solving universe where it's like a Asian kind of cyberpunk kind of cybernetic world, and it looks like quite a child friendly game. It's probably like I would say maybe free or PG, somewhere in that potential range. It's quite an innocent game. You play it as an actual stray cat, and you've got to navigate to one side to the other. And it's just honestly, go look at Stray gameplay. I mean, I could waffle on, but I've got to wrap the video up. Oh god, I'm dying. But yeah, thank you very much. If you could hit the like button as well, subscribe. I'm going to be uploading tons of videos like this. Ubisoft, I'm coming for yous, even though I'm not a threat to them, but I'm coming for yous nonetheless. And I find whenever a YouTuber or a gaming industry or there's a niche thing that, or someone just being an absolute fucking idiot, I'm going to cover it instantly because I really love ranting and taking the piss out of people. It really is a true passion of mine. So I think this will be the content. I think gaming content and just video games can go fuck themselves, honestly. But yeah, thank you very much. If you could like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, comment down below. I know I'm not the only one that feels like this. I can't be the only one who just feels like video games are cause more stress than real life. In terms of, things you can go and escape from and, going into a virtual world to escape from other bullshit. I just don't think video games provide any fun. And it's just bad for your mental health at this point. But I love yous all. I'll wrap it up. Links to my TikTok and every other platform will be in the description. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Reddit, etc, etc. So I love yous all, and as always, keep on rolling.